All right, everybody, good day. Hopefully y'all can hear me and everything out there. This is going to be a very, very quick presentation. This is not going to be long at all because, like I said, I'm really not supposed to be doing this anyway. I said that I was done, as far as explaining anything to anybody. Because I know that my information is clear, and at this point, people are just acting like they don't get it. And I don't usually name call, but in order to not comprehend and I'm not talking about this brother Balance Truths that I'm about to talk about right now, as far as responding to him. I usually don't name call or anything. Grand Rising, shout out to you, J. Ma. I usually do not name call or anything, but if you do not comprehend what I show you in this video, and I've been told that I'm complex. I'm a very complex brother, is what Brother Sanchez said. Not true. I'm very simple. I wouldn't have created the simplistic numbers 0 through 9 and figured out a simple discovery that everybody else on earth looked over and never seen any significance in. So I'm not too complex. I'm very simple. People make stuff hard whenever they have cognitive dissonance. And right now, what I'm about to show in this video, in response to what has been shown as far as this new documentary, very, very quick and fast. If you don't get that, then you have to be dumb and off of your rock. I'm just being real. Okay. Now let's go. All right. Now, first thing I'm going to do is pull up Balanced Truths and what, our conversation that we were having. Now, as you can see right here, he said this is another map. This is in response to my video that you see right here, Flat Earth Logic. What is 45 degrees and the intermediate directions on a flat Earth? No flat earther, mind you, has been able to answer that question. I'm not going to even get into the east and west navigation because that's a very direct question. If you don't comprehend what I'm asking right there, you are off of your rocker if you don't get that. If east and west, briefly, if east and west is going like going around a circle, what does that make 45 degrees, man? Straight up. Come on. Nobody can answer it. Nobody has answered it because you know why? You can't explain that on a freaking flat earth, but you can. I ain't even gonna go there. He says this is another part. Please watch the part when they correct the globe map. Please watch the part when they correct the globe map. So that had me confused. And I said, what do you mean? I said, I didn't show any parts of anything in this video, brother, man. At the end of the day, how come no one can answer the topic at hand I'm mentioning? The true whole point of the video. What is 45-degree navigation on a flat earth? Timestamp 445. Still no answer, still no direct answer on that because you know why? Y'all flat earthers jump around like I'm not complex. Y'all are jumping around a logical question. If y'all are so logical with y'all's map and everything, and I've been a flat earther, but I'm real enough to question my own shit. And I ain't gonna I'd be dumb to rock along with some shit if it's some stuff that got holes in it and there's no answers to it. Okay? And that's just a fact. And I'm trying to help wake y'all up because I'm showing y'all that somebody ain't got the story right. Okay. What a unique, and my response to that, I said, what a unique timestamp nonetheless. I get what you mean. 445. But I still fail to comprehend what you mean by me saying what I said there. That on the screen at that particular timestamp is said to be the most accurate flat earth map. Is my confusion based around that you might have meant to type they corrected the flat map? Because at 445, I'm only explaining that a square has zero curvature, zero curvature to it at all. And when we navigate correctly, precision is based upon the square. On a flat map, none of these can be squares because they have curvature made by the east to west direction. That's a fact, okay? That is a fact. I hope that isn't too much and it clears up any fog, and is clear, but it clears up any fog behind what I was pointing out. Now he comes back and he shows me what he was meaning. Apparently he was referring to the video, and this is on Sanchez's channel. I'm not gonna go into the video because like I say, I only got 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes of streaming time, So I'm trying to compact this all in one, get all of my so-called bombs dropped all in one. Facts at the end of the day. I don't know if you have the other video. I'm following what you're saying, but this is where the timestamp I was talking about, the other video, was part 2. I'm saying your lines is pointing to the other lands. It's right after the timestamp on this video. Okay? He's referring to the Nazca lines that I've recently been talking about. As far as them pointing off into, I said in previous videos, I said that they are not pointing. I said the best argument that a flat earther could tell me is that these lines are pointing to another land on the infinite plane. Okay. Okay. I said, okay, well, firstly, 44352 is where he posts the full scale map in that video, bro. The lines that would be pointing south from Nazca still point to nothing at all, man. And that information is interesting, well put together, which it was. The video was very interesting, very well put together. When the individual made the video talking about the clock syncing with the flat earth, yeah, it sounds amazing. It's new information. It's like a drug, man. People are used to it. See, man. Furthermore, for you to tell me that those lines are definitely pointing out to the other lands would have to mean that you have done an accurate overlay of the Nazca lines on that new fix on that hold on, done an accurate overlay of the Nazca lines on that new fix, as you said, map, and have technology that can zoom in and out to show the lines definitively land on those, just like they have done on the globe. And I know for a fact that you have not done that. I said that with great confidence because guess what? I have done that. And I have proof, I have pictorial proof, but just as always, behind everything that I'm saying. And it's not only dealing with these lines to debunk it, I'm not just regurgitating the same argument. It's actually other things that I'm going to point out as far as this new concept or whatever that people concept that people is coming out with. The grand point, however, like I stated already, is that even if you did an overlay on that map in reference to the Nazca lines, the lines pointing south point to obviously nothing. It just seems like a quick run to answer in response to the facts that I've shown with the lines in regards to wrapping back around to a specific relative geographic landmass, that of Angkor Wat. Yeah. And that's on point. And to add to my recent comment as well, the lines pointing south through southeast, especially southeast, I just noticed because I had looked back and I said, man, I just noticed it's really especially southeast. I said, especially southeast, I just noticed, point to what landmass on that map still? Nothing. The lines of Nazca I pointed out expand in all directions and do not point to any specific landmass at all on that map. Oh, I just remember something. StreamYard actually lets you overrun your time, so I can actually do all of my stuff. I'm still gonna try to be quick and straight to the point, like I want to be. But at the end of the day, I forgot that StreamYard actually lets you go over your time as long as you're on that last stream. But I know that this would definitely be my last stream, so I won't be doing this StreamYard thing. I like I said, it all makes sense. It's all syncing together anyway. Like I said, I'm done talking to y'all because y'all act like y'all can't comprehend what I'm saying when it's so freaking simple. Because y'all are really not, you ain't being real enough to see that you're having cognitive dissonance, man. And that's real talk. At the end of the day, open your mind to the truth, man. And when you hear and see common sense being pointed out to you, quit going against it. That's called cognitive dissonance. Real talk. Maybe somebody ain't got the story right, man. This whole shit that I'm realizing looks like a huge psyop the more that I'm listening to it and looking at this shit. I'm just being real. Yeah, it sound pretty, it sound good, but it's starting to seem like a huge psyop. The lines of Nazca I pointed out expand in all directions and do not point to any specific landmass at all on that new map or the AE map. When simple geometry is taken into hand, the Nazca lines I show only point to somewhere relevant and specific on the globe. And that's just a fact, man. It don't matter what map. And then I'm tired of hearing flat earthers say this stuff about there'll never be an accurate map of the world. Man, look here, man. What I'm pointing out to y'all, because first off, when I brought this Nazca stuff to Sanchez, the Negro didn't even know that for somebody to be the top knowledge dog and all of this shit and know so much, He didn't even know that Nazca was a real geographic place. Come on now. The Nazca lines. Do you mean to tell me that Nazca is a real place? Yeah, Nazca is a real place, buddy. Why you sitting there questioning me in a tone like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Just disrespectful ass, stupid ass dudes, really, at this point. And yeah, I'm gonna name call because y'all acting stupid. It ain't me that's stupid or being too complex. If you don't comprehend what I'm saying, then maybe you need to step up your knowledge. And that's just a fact. That's everybody. If you don't understand, if you want to play word games, if you don't comprehend, if you want to be sensitive with the word understand, if you don't comprehend what I'm saying, then you offer your rocker, okay? Now I've shown that right there, and now people got at least a little bit of a glimpse, at least into part of why I'm making this video. It's not just all at balanced truths. He brought up a point, that I'm pretty sure other people thought about, as far as in relevance to what I was saying if they watch me and my content. So now at this point, I'm about to go ahead and go to the next sector and start showing the evidence. Now, I got everything pulled up here. Now, what's the first thing I need to pull up? This is what I'm going to pull up first. First off, actually, I'm going to pull up the map that they're showing. This is what, first off, this is the clock aspect of this is what was in that new video. This is what was in that new video. You are here. So they're saying that you are here. That ain't even accurate unless he on another side of the globe or something. Or maybe not in the United States or something. He did have a different accent. But if you're in the United States, you're right here where my mouse is at. And I can prove that and show that. I don't know whether anybody else who watched this video even studied the map enough to see exactly where the United States and stuff was at. Y'all probably just looked at this stuff and said, ooh, it looks nice. That's amazing. That concept is nice. It got to be true. And didn't even look at the land masses, because I got something to point out that's obvious, and it shows that this stuff is baloney, bro. Real talk. Real talk. So there you can see this is where he broke down and put the astrological constellations and stuff like that around it. Okay. So he's showing that at the end of the day, if you go back and watch the video, I put the real link down there in the description. You can go and watch that. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on what I was showing here at first. Here's a full aspect of the real map that he was showing. This is the so-called reflection this is all being made based on the reflection of the moon, is what this man has said and come to. What he basically said is that the moon is a reflection of the earth, and those are continents. It's like an X-ray, and those are continents. It's basically, so he's basically saying the real map of the earth is up there on the moon, and it's just up to us to look up there and decrypt it and put it. First off, he got lands, and if that is a real reflection of the moon, X-ray or not, there's land all under the earth. So why would it just pick these? Furthermore, if that's a real reflection and he based it off of it, which he did even an overlay of it and everything, why are there lands that we can still see protruding up out of the ocean if it's supposed to be pertaining to and explaining the lands that are visible up above the ocean? If it's supposed to be this exoskeleton type of X-ray type of concept going on. These up here, these different lands in this is supposed to be our realm right here. This is supposed to be the flat earth that's highlighted right here that we live in, supposed to be. Okay, this land right here, because if we're right here, this is supposed to be the Pacific Ocean right here, all the way over here to this side. Why is this right? This is Australia right here. Why is this land right here? When we look up at a reflection up there into the sky, or look up at that moon, uh, and he overlaid that. That's exactly what this is an overlay. So he just put the land right here in the midst of the ocean. And where in the freaking heck is the Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean in the world. That's a fact. The Pacific, and I pulled up that and I actually showed that the Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean in the world. This right here contradicts that and puts a big ass landmass in the, therefore the Pacific Ocean ain't that big no more. Okay. Here it is right here. Okay. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest of the world ocean basins. Covering I ain't got to read all of that. As you can see, the Pacific Ocean is by far the largest of the world's ocean basins. What do we see on this map? Apparently, when you look at this map, as I zoomed in on it, because this is where I actually studied the continents. I actually studied what he put there. See, with the Nazca lines being that I already have my own discovery, I look already deeper into the whole aspect of what's going on. I see shit that other people don't see any significance in. I'm not just emotionally attached to flat earth like a lot of people is. And when I say emotionally attached, I'm saying that because people's emotions are attached to it based off of the fact that they emotions is tied in as far as hatred, which is an emotion towards the government, towards the powers that be. So that people automatically, no matter what, as a flat earther who is against the government, against the so-called powers that be, they always gonna find some type of way. As far as now that they feel like they have this revelation of flat earth, they're gonna always have it in the back of their mind that it just can't be. But you got to think and use psychology, man, because that's what these people use. Now, as you can see right here, common sense, you can see and make out, zoom in as far as it can go. Those letters are what? Y'all ain't blind. That's Canada. How many letters do you see right there? If you want to act like you can't see, we're just going to sync it together so that your ass can see. You can see the CANADA is right there. So Canada is supposed to be this landmass. That's why you see that they put the North Pole up here at the top above, which would be in that case. But as we look here at this so-called map, anybody with common sense knows that in real life, this is not how the structure based on real life. This is not in longitude and latitude, which people have been using to build maps and get around forever, man. You're not going to sit up debunk longitude and latitude as far as, a grid concept of building a map, because that's what I'm saying. A freaking map is all built on a grid. Even flat earthers use that freaking shit. So you see the USA is right here. Since when has Mexico extended this way? And I don't want to hear that this is an old or when you have to think about when the earth was first made and stuff like that. Like I said, that's a reflection up there, isn't it? So a reflection is supposed to be real time. You ain't gonna look in the mirror and look in your reflection and see no child of yourself, is you? Hell to the no. You ain't gonna see your old self. You gonna see what? You gonna see yourself in real time. So if that and this right here is supposed to be if this whole concept that's being introduced, this new flat earth, extended landmass concept that's being shown through this whole moon thing right here, if that is 100% true, and it's a reflection, an X-ray reflection of the land masses, then why the hell are there land masses like here, Lemuria, in the middle of the freaking oak that is not here in real life right now? I don't care if people want to say something is old. This is not real life. It's not evident. It's not here right now. You don't see it. And furthermore, you can't say that this debunks the skeleton aspect, because if the water, if you want to say that it's sunken lands and that it's underwater, then why is that still there? Why is it still there? Why is it still visible? This is common sense. Next point. As you can see, when I'm saying that about longitude and latitude, when has Mexico went this way and Brazil been on the other side? The Brazil is on the whole / Brazil and South America is on the whole other side of USA. It's supposed to be going this way, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact that nobody can get around. And anybody, I hate when flat earthers say you can't. There's no real map of the earth and shit like that. All of this different weird type ass shit, man. You can build a map, a large, vast map. Even if we ain't gonna talk about the map of the earth, let's just talk about the localized maps that we do use, that you can use, and we do use to factually get around. How else do you think people, even pilots, get around? Pilots, people who drive every single day using GPS. This stuff is all built off of a simple, same consistent map system. And the geographic land masses do not do this shit that you see right here. This is made up. This is fake stuff, man. I'm just being real. This is not being disrespectful. I'm tired of people, because people will jump on something that further suits. It just shows even more behind what I'm saying. People will jump on something real quick if they feel like it suits their whole narrative and what they're going with. People ain't gonna be quick to open up their mind to somebody who's pointing out something that's factual and new. Okay. Nazca would be over here if this was Brazil. This ain't even shaped like the continent. That's what's crazy about it. This ain't even shaped like. So Nazca would be over here relatively. If we're gonna act like this is Nazca, Nazca would be over here in this area. Or if we're gonna act like this is South America, Nazca would be in this area. Moving on to the next point. Like I had brought up at first, which was this slide, debunking points. The debunking points. South America is in slash on, which is what I meant to put, is on the wrong side of North America. Mexico is going this way, as you can see right there. Hold on. Hate when that happens. Mexico is going this way, which is the southwest direction. That is not the way that Mexico goes on any map, man. Everybody man, anybody who goes against that, you out of your mind. Because like I've been saying, I've been studying this whole Cuzco, this whole Teotihuacan, everything about South America and all of this, man. The whole Inca civilization and everything was based on 45 degrees. They had knowledge of the 45 degrees, the Chicana and everything. Look up the Viracocha, and when you look into the Viracocha, everything, it's got the line of power, all of that stuff that I brought up in the past about 45 degrees. They had some type of gnosis of it. That's why you see the Chicana, like I've been doing. When the fact is, I hate when I make typos. When the fact is, any logical person knows the landmass of Mexico, which bridges South and North America, goes this way, which is southeast. That's a fact. There's no way around that. You can't just switch some shit up. Anything that's gonna be right is gonna be right, and there ain't gonna be no discrepancies, man. We don't get around by you couldn't even add this. This shit just don't. It ain't right, man. If this is supposed to be an accurate reflection made by the moon of the earth, then it would be an exact replica of what we see in real time on earth. That's a fact. And that's what I just said. You would not see land masses and see land in places there is not any in reality. Flat earthers did the same thing with the AE ring map. That's absolutely true. And that furthermore debunks the whole flat earth thing, because niggas been talking about the flat earth ring map like it's real in reality. They was talking about them lands like it's real. What happens to the other suns and stuff like that, buddy? What happens to the other suns and stuff? When people have pulled up videos, all of this shit that people have been talking about, these flat earthers. Remember when the eclipses, don't act stupid now. Remember when the eclipses happened in the past? When the same flat earthers, the big top dog flat earthers, was talking about Rahu, Ketu, and all of this other stuff about the freaking other suns and stuff. What happens to that? Because that ain't even mentioned in this aspect. That's where this man went at, because he clearly explained it as a clock. So that's what I'm saying. How is your, if something is consistent, if the flat earth is real, how the fuck can something just switch, keep on switching like that, man? It don't make sense. It does not make sense. The individual denounced the ice wall, which is why you don't see one here. That's a fact. So now what the heck contains the water? That's a fact. Like, what contains the water now? Because if you ask me, nothing. I don't see nothing. I mean, this is just green landmass. It's supposed to, and it looks like it's wrapping around like a freaking globe. I mean, that's crazy, man. On to the next point. I'm gonna pull back up this clock aspect up here. That, like, that's what I was saying about the clock. There's no aspect of any other suns and moons and stuff, but people that talked about that like it's so real. People have talked about the ring map, the infinite ring map. Now the land can't be infinite. If that's the case, if this keeps on going around in this concentric circle over and over again, this is the, because basically the real full earth is this right here that you see, the full big circle that you see right there. We just in this so-called landmass right here, and so-called every, he explained it, that every 2,160 years this moves in arc, a degree of 30 degrees, something like that, he said, to the next constellation. Okay. Oh wow, man, y'all got to be kidding me, man. We're gonna pull up a real picture of what I'm saying as far as Mexico is going which way? Let me zoom in for the blind ass motherfuckers. Look, it's going this way, like I said, like I pointed out. It ain't going that way. South America is over here on this side. If you traveled up in real life, there is an Atlantic. What happens to the Bermuda Triangle? What happens to all of this? Like I'm saying, I don't want to hear that those are old, that that's an that would be the depiction of the earth in this original stage or nothing like that. Because if the man said it is a reflection, then at the end of the day, a reflection, when you reflect something in a freaking mirror, you're going to see the same exact thing that you see, a replica of what you see in real time, not of the previous freaking past, man. That's a fact. There's no way of freaking around that. Nazca would be down here in this area, right here. Now, the grand point of what I was saying as far as those lines, that's the next point that I'm about to get into. Let me pull up Nazca. As you can see right here, this is Nazca from that respective area and everything. These are all of the lines going in 360 like spokes, but I'm complex. That's simple, that's easy. I was breaking it down for somebody to comprehend, somebody acting dumb and stupid. This point, if you were right here, if you had a compass, where would this compass point to? It would point north, right? And north would be in which direction? North America is right above us. Look, at the end of the day, the North Pole would be up that way. And that's what I was getting niggas to realize while they was sitting up here saying, and I pulled up this picture here in the past. Now I got to pull out of this. I pulled up this picture here in the past. Right here, when I was on niggas panel. When I pulled this up, niggas want to act stupid like they can't comprehend what the fuck, the simple shit that I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna cuss and I'm gonna express myself like that because it's real, bro. Y'all niggas is irritating and y'all niggas playing stupid. You playing dumb and you fucking with one who really about this knowledge. Now y'all gonna have to quit the dumb shit when it come to me. You ain't gonna fix and make up shit that ain't real, and try to act like it's real. Like I said, if you were in this point, that's the reason that I put the compass. The fool was trying to tell me where is the North Pole at. If I put the compass right here where the North Pole is at, which is common fucking sense, dude, that's the North Pole. The goal is, like I said, if you were the Nazca people and you were right there where the Nazca people were at right here in this central area right here, then these lines, then the compass would be pointing what? To the North Pole, which is what I was just saying. North would be what? From Nazca, it would be up that way, towards that way. That's why you see north pointing like this is a real compass. If you were standing right there in Nazca, the compass would be pointing which way? It would be pointing this way, okay? Up here towards north, which is right here. right here on the flat. I did this to debunk this freaking map by the Nazca lines. Because if you're gonna tell me that I'm being false and that you don't get me, and that the lines that point south on, and that the fact that they point off and veer off into absolutely nothing on the flat earth map, if you're gonna try to tell me that I'm being complex and you don't comprehend what I'm saying, you tripping, man. Because at the end of the day, these lines straight up point off into nothing no matter what you do as far as a flat earth map. And I even with this new map, like I said, south and southeast, these lines applied to a flat earth do not go to anything significant. The man within that video said, the man within that video said specifically, because he was talking about the star forts and everything. Sound like I'm not far off from this. If anything, I'm ahead of the guy and get exactly what he's talking about. Every aspect that he gets, the individual who made this video. I was just on Sanchez's freaking channel, and this dude who just made this video, he just said that. And what about this ice wall that flat earthers love and everything? Okay, I just freaking said that on Sanchez's channel that the ice wall, bro. Y'all have no freaking proof of that. There's something called an ice shelf. An ice shelf, one of the biggest ones, is the size of Texas. Think about how long it take to fly Texas. Y'all saw a freaking 5-minute video expanse of an ice wall, ice shelf, and y'all think that it's a big ass ice wall all the way around the earth. Y'all is tripping, man. Y'all ain't even seen nobody. You ain't never got on a plane and circumnavigated and went around Easter like y'all claim you can on the flat earth. Circumnavigation is one direction. You're not gonna have to turn. You're not gonna have to turn at all. Period. You just making excuses, and I'm sick of y'all niggas, and that's why I said that I'm done with y'all. That's why I'm making this video, and this is my last explanation to y'all. And really, it's crazy that this is my last explanation, because I realize and I feel that God has me here doing what I'm doing for a reason, correcting niggas, showing niggas their true path, and it's whether y'all gonna eat it or not. You starve if you want to, but I'm telling you one thing: what you're not gonna do is fuck up this earth and put out false knowledge and not really have facts behind what y'all is saying. Because right now, what I'm seeing is a whole bunch of bullshit, bull to the shit, straight up. What is 45-degree navigation on the flat earth? Not one freaking flat earther can freaking answer it. Acting dumb. Moving on to the next point with these lines. So what I did next is pulled up this right here. I put this together. Now, firstly, let me go ahead and zoom in as far as I can. I took a snapshot of the Nazca lines. The grand point that I was making that these cats don't get is that this is showing, I mean, what I was saying, let me retreat back and roll back real quick to what I was saying that I got off tracking. The guy who made this original video of this documentary, not this video, not from this snapshot, but this documentary, this whole, new thing right here that, that's being talked about, that right there. The guy who made this video and everything, he said, which is what I was saying, he said that the ancients had to have had knowledge of the real geography of the earth, man. That's a fact. I agree with that. But I'm telling y'all niggas and proving it to y'all that it is not what y'all saying it is. It's not what you showing right here. Look, man, at the end of the day, all of these different the Nazca lines is almost like the heart. And when people talk about why everything is placed where it's at, that's part of that. That's like the center of what placed everything where it was at, man. When you talk about the ley lines, when you talk about the alignments of all structures around the earth and stuff like that, I got that all pulled up right here. And I'm actually gonna go into, I found the article talking about the 45th degree parallel, and that I was really wanting to show last time. So this is the Nazca alignments right here. This is just one. This is just showing one. I ain't gonna get into that right now because I was getting into a different point. And this is another one that ain't This ain't a good one because at the end of the day, this is based on that line lined off long map, whatever the real name. I don't want to say oblate, but I guess that's the best way to put it. Uh, yeah, like I was saying, this right here is the map of Nazca lines. From the at least that just that area, because this ain't the full map, of course. Excuse me. But these lines right here, when they was saying that anytime you take a line and you wrap it around a sphere, of course you're gonna end up in the same exact spot. Y'all catch this. Y'all catch this fun. Like, duh. Duh, dude. Duh, man. But the fact is, guess what? These lines don't even start all in one spot. That's what y'all ain't realizing. This was the way that they made these lines is through aerial technology, some form of aerial technology. They could not have made it without it. They could not have aligned these alignments without aerial technology. That's a fact. So if that guy said it in that previous video and y'all oohing and eyeing and y'all get it then, I ain't saying nothing different on that right now. They had to have known the real geography of the earth. Geometry. This is the real one that I was wanting to pull up right here as far as linking the Nazca lines with everywhere on the earth. This is an excellent. This is actually from that website that I'm going to go to. And this shows the mathematics. Like you can't. That's the thing, man. Where have anybody showed this on a flat earth? Where is your accurate map with a flat earth that you can show and you can add up your numbers and show your distances and stuff like that, and take into your accountants for curvature of the east and west directions and stuff like that, and 45-degree navigation, all of this different stuff. Where is it at for the flat earth? Where have we synced up and synced all of the different land masses together on the geography of a flat earth? Okay, because it ain't happening, man. I ain't even seen nobody. That's what I'm saying. Niggas just be out here talking, man, and ain't got no facts behind what they be showing. So now, this is what I was saying here. Come on, buddy. Now, this is where you are right here. This is Nazca right here. This is some unknown Lemuria landmass that, if a reflection is what this whole freaking thing is supposed to be off of the moon, this should not be right here. Okay, in real time, this should not be here. This is fake ass shit, man. I don't care what. I literally don't care what anybody say, because I got common sense, and y'all ain't finna play games with me. You ain't gonna gaslight me. You ain't gonna. Period. I'm very, very intelligent, and if it, like I said in the past, if you motherfuckers even knew my IQ, you wouldn't even be playing games with me like that. Straight up. Now these lines is good. This is a right angle I created right here. These lines, this is Nazca. I just went over this. I just showed where this is supposed to be Brazil, and as you can see up here, this is where they had. I'll go back to it if I have to. Canada right here, USA right here, a fake ass Mexico that does not go this direction to bring Brazil over here to the southwest side, which is really in reality on the southeast side of the United States. This is so fucking baloney, man. I can't believe y'all even just believe this shit and just jump into it and don't do no type of questioning at all. It just sound good and people will just jump on it. The lines of south/southeast still point off into nothing at all. What is over here? There's no land masses over here. If you're gonna sit up here and say that, oh, I don't get what that proves, so what? They not pointing off into nothing on none of the maps. None of the maps is accurate. All of these different excuses. I don't get what you're saying. I don't get what's your point and shit like that. You don't get what's my point because first off, you don't see the significance that I see within the Nazca lines. You don't, first of all, like I say, when a nigga don't even know that Nazca is a real place, You don't even know the significance of these lines, but niggas grew up knowing about Egypt. You don't even know about your own, where you at over here. This is America, fool. You from over here. Okay, you got more lineage, and y'all say y'all got more lineage than over here. Y'all say y'all for y'all ancestors. Y'all want to talk so much shit about Egypt and stuff. What the fuck about over here then? We ain't got nothing built up over here in North America besides the mounds and stuff. We have no pyramids built over here. The most geographic and most relevant stuff that we have as far as pyramids, that stuff all starts from Mexico on down, because guess what? That's where we were predominantly at, which is what I've been trying to get you ignorant Negroes to comprehend. South America is where most of our ancestors was from. That's just a fact, man. Like I say, most of the, and like theory hypothesis pointed out in the past, most life and most species spark up and are found around the equator. Okay? Flat earthers don't even talk about that. So if that's the case, if most species is found around the equator, what the fuck do you think that means for the races of humanity? Okay? Especially black people, people in the sun. What you expect, man? This ain't hard to comprehend. This is very, very, very easy to comprehend. And if, like I said, that's why I said what I said. If you don't comprehend what I'm saying, you got to be dumb and off of your rocker, straight up. And you just having cognitive dissonance, and you might be an agent, straight up. These lines that you see right here is the same lines that you see that I made right here. Everything going southwest goes to nothing, okay? Nothing at all. We're not going to make up shit. It goes to nothing at all. This right here is what you can see. These lines are shown what they go to on the globe. I don't care what y'all think about a globe. Like I said, y'all probably got y'all story backwards. If you think about psychology and think about the fact that these people have loved to take knowledge, y'all say that they took so much knowledge from us. They've took this knowledge, they took that knowledge, everything that we did. That why is so much history whitewashed? Okay, this, and y'all know that this is a fact. Why is so much history whitewashed? Y'all can't act like it ain't. When you look up everything about mathematics, who do you see made the mathematical discoveries? The white man. Who do you see? But what do you hear about slavery? Where do we say? Where does Dredd say that everything gets fogged up around the years of 1400s, right? Well, guess what? That's the same damn time that this happened over here with Nazca. That's the same damn time that our ancestors was took captive over here. That's why I get foggy, partner. I'm showing y'all that these lines go and span off and spoke off into every direction and loop back around. And the only way that they wouldn't do that is if you did a perfect east to west navigation that wouldn't even land on Angkor Wat then, because this is a lower area of the earth than Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat is up in the northern hemisphere. This is in the southern hemisphere. So these lines, the lines going, if you drew a line directly from east to west, that's the only line in that approximation that would not even land on Angkor Wat based on that fact alone, because it's lower and it's at a different elevation on that globe earth aspect. You talking about somebody who got knowledge on flat earth and globe earth. That's why I say that I'm in the center, and that's the best position to be in, because I'm not dumb. I got expanded knowledge on both of them. Both of them. You talking about somebody who's created something that's got to deal with so-called flat earth cosmology, so-called got to deal with it and everything. But I'm realizing that it's got a bigger, I have to open my mind and see that, at the end of the day, I know when there's a spherical essence to this world, bro. There's clearly, bro, everything that we look at, we do not see anything. We're not living in a 100% two-dimensional world, is all I'm going to say. Everything that we see has dimensions to it, man. And so that's been shown. Like I said, I was going to zoom back in on this map. That's more that you can see from Nazca as you're zooming out. The lines from southeast point to nothing. Man, that's how many things that just debunk this shit. Based off of that shit alone, man, these southeast lines point to nothing. And if you saying that this means nothing, you saying that the ancestors who created the Nazca lines, you're technically saying that they mean that their shit means nothing, that their work means nothing. If you saying you don't get what's my point, when I'm showing you what's the point, you choose not to get the point. That's what it is. You choose not to. That's your problem at this point. You choose not to get it. It don't matter what flat earth map. I did the long map. You put the lines on this shit, it ain't gonna work on this. Like I said, even as you can see, Cambodia, Angkor Wat would be up here in this area. The inverse of that would be approximately Nazca, because they about the, so at the end of the day, this line from east to west right here would not touch Cambodia. This right here, this line doesn't go in, it doesn't go to Cambodia. This line right here does not go to Cambodia. And if you made other lines, the only line that would, it's literally a straight line, would have to be made from there to Cambodia. And that's about it you can do with that on that map right there. It doesn't matter what flat earth map you use. There's no way to explain it on a flat earth at all, the Nazca lines and that essence of the line that I'm showing, of the lines that I'm showing. This right here, once again, like I said, since when has the landmass of Mexico went this way? Went this way, which is what you saw on that map. The new so-called documentary and everything. Everybody love. It's so right, right? You got that in your head? And where is you are here at? Where is that one at? And now you got this in your head. Look at that shit, man. This is so made up. The continents ain't shaped nothing like they really is in real life. This is so made up, and y'all just jumped on this. Y'all really just showed me how. A lot of y'all just showed me, how smart y'all really ain't. Mm, mm, mm. Damn, 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 damn. And if not, how open-minded you is enough to even look into stuff and really research in detail, because you didn't search deep enough. You didn't look into the lines uh, that I've been showing you enough. Obviously, you didn't look into what the continents are labeled or nothing like that. Did y'all even zoom into the continents? Like, did y'all even zoom in and look at the continents, see study where everything is at that he was saying and stuff, to actually, y'all just rock with it like this is so deep. Dirty dirt. This is so deep. This is so deep. This is deep. Y'all putting yourself in some deep shit. Y'all just, yeah, it's see, when you make one lie, all you can do is continue to make other lies to back up one lie. That's why y'all can't really create. See, y'all don't want to talk about that though. All you doing is because it's coming up with a lie. That's why you can't make no accurate map of the full world on from no flat earth aspect. You know what I'm saying? People using this whole uh zooming into Google Earth, which is what Google Maps is a derivative of anyway. People using this every day, getting around. Your ass using it if you sell dope. Y'all niggas, some of y'all done sold dope. Some of y'all done went different places. All of these got to drive different places. Some of y'all probably drive trucks and shit. You using a GPS that's based on what? Not no flat earth. Longitude, latitude with that GPS, all of that stuff really, in factuality, comes into, that's how our ancient ancestors got around in the past. Y'all niggas is tripping, bro. Like y'all said to many in the past, yeah, the truth gonna hurt when you hear, but that's just what it is, man. If the earth is flat, which I said I'm still in the center, but y'all showing me pathetic. I mean absurdity. I mean, it's sad what y'all showing me. This is just another map, or call it a globe, whatever you want to call it. But I know one thing for sure: that bullshit that y'all just showed, as far as the flat Earth, it ain't nothing like that. And if we had to zoom, if we could logically, all I know, let me give you this: you could say that the Earth ain't a globe. Y'all was just rocking with that shit like it's real talk, like it's the real deal. If you zoom in on that shit that I just showed y'all, all I can tell you is that you will get lost as a motherfucker, because guess what? It ain't real, because there is no landmass that goes. Mexico does not go this way. Mexico is going 45 degrees this way. That's a fact. A central line through Mexico is approximately 45 degrees, which is why my ancestors was on that with the Chicana and stuff, dude. We not stupid. If anybody's speaking real truth for the ancestors, it's me, man. I'm a one-man army. Niggas ain't over here. All of your cats that you see to be so called about the truth, where y'all niggas at? Nowhere. At the end of the day, man, look, this land goes this way. If you try to zoom in on this right here, guess what? On Google Maps or Google Earth, from Google Earth to Google Maps, you'll be able to navigate, partner. That's a fact. You can zoom in on that and you can navigate, my nigga. You can't do it on this shit that I just showed y'all right here. You just can't do it, man. You cannot. Look at this shit. How? US, if we zoom down on it, this ain't even, because it's not real. This ain't real. And I need y'all to really, really get that, bro. This is not real. This is a fake, fucked up. This is like a psyop or something, bro. This ain't even real. Brazil is not over here on the fucking southwest side. You thought you had a friend? Shit. Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. I'm wondering about a lot of y'all, bro. I'm just being real. I'm at this point, I'm side-eyeing a lot of y'all. Now y'all was look at Sanchez when he was seeing that shit with the Star Force that was being explained in, typing in all caps like he really is, like he really excited. Mr. Tetragrammaton Earth, Mr. Everything is fucking Tetragrammaton all of a sudden. Whole Tetragrammaton to replace flat Earth as far as the wording. Look at this starters right here. When I was saying what I was saying about the Nazca lines, I already have fucking said that at the end of the day, they probably created this with cymatic power. Not gonna confirm and just sit on that, but at the end of the day, when you talk about the Star Forts, that's what I was telling you. That at the end of the day, the Astrayas, these is more ancient than the Star Forts, fool. And these is probably 9 times out of 10 exactly what helped build the Star Forts and place the Star Forts exactly where they are. Because these was around first. This is how it was all measured out, dude. Dang, y'all as man, y'all niggas is slow, bro. At this point, y'all niggas is slow, bro. Now, as for I'm about to go into this article now that I went ahead and explained everything that I really need to explain as far as those Nazca lines going southeast, which point off and veer off into nothing on a flat Earth, no matter what flat Earth map you use. And you thought that y'all really had an explanation with that problem. Niggas had talked about the ring map like it's real, like it's literal, and people in their chat going crazy about it. Now you got this right here, and now you got this right here. Shit. And I'm wondering what niggas, since they so compelled and amazed by this, they probably feel like this is the real map. What you gonna do now? You gonna start using this map? Y'all gonna start using this map? Because if this is supposed to be the truth, and that guy just debunked the other flat Earth map, which is that's what the guy Balanced Truths was just saying. That's what I was trying to get at. Is that what you saying, that they corrected the flat Earth map? Because they sure ain't correcting no globe. I'm telling you that right now. They ain't correct no motherfucking globe when this shit right here. What is you talking about, my brother? That's all I'm saying. They ain't corrected nothing. They fucked up something. If anything, that's real talk. They fucked it up. That ain't real, dude. And that's just one aspect, dude. Let alone the continents ain't shaped like that. This is fake as fuck. This is some fake ass shit, and it's just labeled as shit. You know, I mean, the oceans ain't shit. I mean, golly, bro. It looked like it even looked like I had pointed out that the Atlantic Ocean is smaller than the Pacific Ocean. It damn near look. I mean, when you put this right here, it technically it makes this whole Pacific Ocean smaller than the Atlantic Ocean. Shit, crazy. Put this whole Lemuria map at, and shit ain't even there. A reflection, and how it's gonna be a reflection when the shit ain't even reflecting what's in real time. So how is it a reflection? Shit's stupid, dude. I'm telling you, man. That shit is that's a stupid move right there, man. And there ain't no way around that. If you dislike that, if you ain't with you man, you got some real mental issues at this point. If you don't get what I'm saying as clear as I just set this shit out, you got some mental issues at this point. That's real talk, man. Highest of highest of vibes, soul group. Peace to the chat. Brother Corey, I got your email. I'll be sending some info soon. That sounds good. Now, the next point that I was going to show is this right here. See, they don't want to be around for this right here. They don't want to hear this right here. they wanted to go through one ear and out the other. This is what I was saying. I ain't talking about this right. I'm talking about for what I just showed. They don't want to be around from that. They just don't want to be around it because at the end of the day, it goes against what they think that they know. That shit ain't real, bro. This is exactly the article that I was talking about as far as linking Nazca and all of the different monuments together. The mathematical essence of all of this stuff. This is intricate math, man. Real geometry. What does the word geometry mean? The word geometry, when you break down the etymology, geo, which is earth, metry, which is metrics, measurements of the earth. That's why the Freemasons have the square and compass. Kind of ironic, they got something look like the square and compass right up here. For information on when people became location of ancient structures in the golden ratio. Part 1, the Great Pyramid, Teotihuacan, Nazca. For information on when people became aware of the existence of the golden ratio, is still no consensus. Some scientists believe that the Sumerians were the first. Others rightly believe that ancient Egypt knew about the golden ratio. Researchers believe the Great Pyramid, the builders of the pyramids of Egypt, were known to the golden ratio and the number pi, and suggest that these golden numbers were key in the design of the pyramids. The principle of the golden ratio has a definite mathematical character. The name refers to a division of a certain size in two parts, in which the ratio of the smaller to the greater will be the same for most of the value of the whole. This principle is called the golden ratio, or the golden ratio, for at least two reasons. First, it is, in fact, a fascinating mathematical puzzle that most clearly demonstrates the paradox and complexity of such a seemingly formal and rigorous fields of knowledge such as mathematics. Secondly, the golden ratio is one of the cornerstones of practical geometry, which is used to construct various geometric shapes. Example, a regular pentagon. Given the inextricable link geometry with the architecture, is easy to guess that the question of the golden ratio in the material world by scientists from the ancient times. It is known that one of the first cases of the golden ratio references contained in the Elements of Euclid, created around 2300 years ago, and laid the foundations of geometry. Architect of the Great Pyramid knew about architects of the somebody from a different, because they got some errors. Architects of the Great Pyramid knew about the golden rectangle and the gold diamond, or built them accidentally. By extraordinary simplicity of their construction is ultimately not that important. I don't know if they meant but extraordinary simplicity of their. What is important is that historically, the priority of building a golden triangle belongs to the builders of the Great Pyramid. and the evidence of that is itself a pyramid at Giza. Great Pyramid, Teotihuacan, Easter Island, Stonehenge, Nazca Lines, Baalbek with Anchor. But first things first. In Jim Allison's lines, we catch mention that the geoglyphs in Nazca Desert divide the distance between the Great Pyramid and its antithesis, i.e., half the circumference of the Earth in the golden ratio. Before that, it was it before that it was aware of only one one object relevant to the golden ratio, is Mecca, which lies in the golden mean between the extremes. As it happens on the geoid, the Earth, between the point and its antipode of 180 degrees of the circle, the ratio of the golden ratio for this number expresses the proportion 111.24 degrees by or over 68.76 degrees, and 1 degree 111.29 kilometers above the ground. Therefore, on the Great Pyramid to be Nazca, 111.24 by 111.29 equals 12,380 kilometers. And from Nazca to geopode to antipode, GP, which is the Great Pyramid, 68.76 by 111.29 equals 7652 kilometers. In reality, these distances hereafter, according to the Earth, are 12,370 kilometers and 7,650 kilometers, respectively. That right there, those two numbers are the the golden ratio. See, these numbers can't be made up, is what I'm getting at. These numbers can't be made up, but it ain't gonna be the same on, and you can't do this on no flat Earth, because man, you got to take into account for the curvature of east and west, just like you would have to take into account the curvature of the Earth, right? Okay. On the error in this case does not have to say as a plateau at an absolutely accurate value, as there are ancient lines. In fact, we are now considering that the line from Great Pyramids to Easter Island through the Nazca, which divides the line between the opposite of the Great Pyramid and the Great Pyramid in proportion of the golden ratio, himself about what in the world? Easter is on the line midway between the Nazca and the antithesis of the Great Pyramid, with an accuracy of 0.3 degrees, i.e. less than 40 kilometers. Then look for another object, Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan, which as it turned out, also located in the golden mean between the GP, which is the Great Pyramid, and its antipode. Distance from the Great Pyramid to Teotihuacan still 12,343 kilometers. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's numerology there too. That right there is a sign of going up in stairs, that you're ascending and doing good. Or 111.9, 110.9. And the Pyramid of the Sun to the antipode, Great Pyramid, 7,677 kilometers, or 68.97 degrees. The error in this case is also less than 0.3 degrees, that for which such distances and specific points using a very precise meaning. Thus, the Pyramid of the Sun divides the line Great Pyramid, Teotihuacan, opposite the Great Pyramid in the golden ratio. The Great Pyramid, Teotihuacan, Nazca, and golden proportion. Golden proportion 1.618. Right now it's golly, I didn't mean to do that. 1,618. So right here you can see all of the math right there. That's what I was saying. 12,343 over 7,677 equals 1.1608. See, that's a 99.37% accuracy, bro. That's a 99.37% accuracy to lining up with being the golden proportion. Your favorite flat earther then talked about the Fibonacci sequence in the past, okay? Ain't shit changing now. Then it even gets more accurate when it comes to Nazca. 1,000, because it ain't done yet. 12,370 over 7,650 equals 1.617, which is almost what 1,617, which is almost 1.618. 99.93% accuracy. That ain't by chance, dude. Period. Point blank. Guess what? And then a flat earther, guess what? They can't. A flat earther, oh my gosh, man, would say, how do y'all know the circumference of the earth when y'all ain't never even went around? Because the globe earthers say the circumference of the earth based on work that they've done. I don't know one flat earther that's actually measured the earth. And guess how you would get your measurements? You would have to get it from some type of maps that some globe earthers have made, buddy. So that's why I'm saying the flat earth ain't nothing. The AE map that people been using, as they said, was the most accurate before this bullshit map I just showed and debunked right now and got shown. At the end of the day, that map, man, ain't nothing but the flat, the sphere Earth cut out at the bottom and just flattened out. Period. That's all it is. It's just a flattened out sphere. Therefore, you taking all your dimensions and everything. That's why the whole circumference on the flat Earth is said to be 24. The same as the this here, the globe. Now draw a line through the circle of the Grand Teotihuacan in Nazca. We see that it is precisely through the anchor. See, this is them even going back to Angkor Wat. But y'all niggas sitting up here acting like, that, like this is just no chance. This stuff is not just by chance, man. And y'all gonna have to wake up. That's why I said I'm done over here. I don't care about no. That's why I say I'm done with y'all, bro. Because y'all niggas is on some. Y'all ain't even on the right road. Because all I know is flat Earth ain't gonna do nothing, bro. That's all I'm letting y'all know. Flat Earth is not gonna change the world. It's not gonna do anything, bro. Y'all are building towards nothing, and I realized that. I look back at where we was at, and ain't nobody. The same people who talking about flat Earth ain't made no type of growth. They ain't really did nothing. They ain't did nothing for. There's nothing really that's been produced from this movement at all, man. At all. I remember people saying back in the day, something about, you know, uh, bringing up the fact that, okay, we know the earth is flat. Well, what is that going to change? As I see, it ain't changing nothing, man. All they do is make people think, and all I realize is they figure it's the perfect thing to make people go against the government. Everybody wake up and go against the government. Guess what? They got enough technology to fuck all our ass up. Guess who make your food? Most of y'all ain't got y'all own land yet. Guess who control your water? Most of us ain't got our own water systems yet. Don't tell me that the government can't fuck you up if they want to at any time. Okay? Flat Earth, even if y'all did, if it was a movement that brought people together to go against the government. So what? You start going against the government. If y'all ain't got no secretive society that even your Sanchez just said recently, how you gonna say real power? Real power is operated it operates in secrecy. How you gonna say that shit? But you can't grasp the fact of what somebody been saying when I'm saying that y'all ain't doing right and y'all ain't gonna get nowhere moving out in public. You got to move in secrecy. That's why I type in code when I need to. And the motherfucker can't figure out what I'm saying. Because real power moves in secrecy, buddy. I'm living it and y'all just talking it. That's why I moved past in the head of y'all. Further dividing that's why I say I comprehend it, and y'all wonder why Freemasons run the world, how they get to the positions we at. Y'all ain't about to be no crabs at the bottom of the barrel pulling me down. That's why I said that I'm done. Y'all ain't finna be no crabs at the bottom of the fucking barrel trying to pull me down. You know what I'm saying? Just cause y'all down. Just cause you can't see the truth that I'm pointing out. You ain't gonna gaslight me and make me think that I'm wrong. I'm proving the facts right here, and other people have done the work. Shout out to them. Cause I don't own any of this that you see on this screen. All I own is what you've been seeing me building on my end. Period. Further dividing the further dividing the distance. And basically what I'm gonna get at too, what I realize as far as this Nazca line things, when it comes down to my creation and everything, the numbers and where they land in this shit like that, it's much like when I think about the circle. If the earth were a sphere, y'all probably wonder, well, how come what you're drawing out is flat and that's what you're saying, it linked to flat earth? Well, like I'm saying, maybe we got the story wrong. They've stole knowledge from us. It would make sense if they wanted to steal the fact that black people discovered that we on a globe first. If we was the first people to discover that we on a globe, who wouldn't want to be the first person to discover that? Just like they wanted to be and showed they was the first people to what the moon and fake that. Because they have to put themselves in, and they've decided to put themselves in history, stamp their face in history, man. Maybe flat earth, excuse me, is the knowledge that people had, that the dumb people had at first. What if that's the case? What if flat earth is the knowledge that people had when they had not advanced and knew the geography of the earth? Because like I say, how did these ancient ancestors create the Nazca lines to wrap up around the globe like that? Back to Angkor Wat. How did they create the Nazca lines, which go through and the lines point to the Great Pyramid, and it's all based on the golden ratio that I'm being, and it's being shown right here in front of your face. You can do these measurements yourself. Do the work yourself. How many of y'all is willing to do the mathematical work y'all-self? You not. That's y'all problem too. See, y'all do all of that other fugazi research and stuff. A lot of y'all stay away from numbers. You ain't good at math and stuff. I told y'all I was a beast in calculus in school. Straight up. I'm not playing with y'all, bro. It is interesting to note how these lines enter. Let me see. Where was I at? Further dividing the distance between the point and the Nazca Teotihuacan, we can hold the middle line shown in red. All Hold on. Let me go back up here and read this because I want to reread that again. Now draw a line through the circle of the Grand Teotihuacan and Nazca. We see that it is precisely through the anchor. I think that's where I stopped. Precisely through the anchor. But perhaps it would be correct to say that the line of Teotihuacan through anchor passes through the geoglyphs in the Nazca Desert, next to whom, exactly opposite, is anchor. Crazy, man. Further dividing the distance between the point and the Nazca Teotihuacan, we can hold the middle line shown in red. All the points on which the equidistant from the pyramid of the sun and the Nazca lines. Also, this line is perpendicular to the line of Teotihuacan and anchor. See, this stuff is not by chance, dude. It's perpendicular, okay? Perpendicular. Not based on a freaking east to west curve. That's a perpendicular line. It's not based on no east to west curve, flat earth curve. These are straight lines. That's why I told y'all the Nazca lines is a straight line. It ain't no curve to it. It don't matter that it don't extend. It ain't no full line. How much of the freaking earth is water, dude? Y'all ain't thinking about that? You ain't got to draw no full line and everything around the doggone globe to get the point. If you had the technology to see the true geography of the earth anyway. Basement, Teotihuacan. Nazca equals 4,600 kilometers, interesting in itself. The thing is, 4,600 miles is 41.37 degrees, i.e., close to 40 degrees. Distance from Teotihuacan to the antipode of Anchor, 4,400 4,427 kilometers, or 39.81, closer to 40 degrees. Oh yeah, 40 degrees. Well, in order in order to balance the system and clearly link it to the known parameters located near geoglyph Cal- Candel- Candelabra of Paracas, whose distance from the Teotihuacan exactly 40 degrees, or 4451.3 kilometers. 4451. That's why I said that like that. Those are the numbers. That's dealing with 45 right there. 4,451.3 kilometers. In geodesy, it is called control points, to be submitted to the area from other known points and is tied to their other nearby points, just as is the case with candelabra. Trying to make a point visible from a distance, which makes sense and explains the location of the purpose of this mysterious image, which in the light of this combination becomes clear meaning, just chandelier, frame, chandelier, frame, clearly visible from space with known parameters tied to Teotihuacan. There's that right there. Antipode of the anchor. Okay. Red anchor, Nazca right here. So antipode of the anchor, I thought they were speaking specifically of Angkor Wat. As I showed in other posts, it still doesn't take away from the fact of the Angkor Wat thing, because I showed in the other post that links back around to Angkor Wat, and not just this picture that's being shown right here. Now look at all the Now look at all this combination of lines in another space in the Great Pyramid. The image below is centered on the meridian of the Stonehenge and the middle line GP, opposite the GP, as you can see, Great Pyramid. As you can see, these two lines, as you can see, these two lines are perpendicular and form an equilateral triangle with the top Great Pyramid. Meridian of Stonehenge is not just a cross with the lines go to mean at certain points. So the Stonehenge comes into play. Meridian of the Stonehenge is not just that's why I just said what I said about Angkor Wat. It's so many different things, bro, tied all of this. It's all around the earth. That's what I'm saying. This shit is all tied in together. Meridian of the Stonehenge is not just a cross with the lines. It's not just crossed with the lines go to mean at certain points, and at the points of its intersection with latitude 45, which is the purpose of what the title of the video, why I put that there, because this is the article I was talking about, latitude 45 and the tropic. So there's your 45 right there. The significance of 45. Remember when people ask, what do people learn about the 45, 4 and 5? A whole damn lot. Like I said, we would never stop, and it's still coming long after niggas been gone. And not just a triangle formed, and not just a triangle formed, an isosceles triangle, and with the parties of 30 on 30 degrees. Whoa, I don't be meaning to click on it. I'm just so latitude 45 is right here. That's going through Stonehenge. Latitude 45 right here. In general, the division line Teotihuacan through the Great Pyramid is very interesting, and again speaks on the impossibility of such coincidences. In addition to the meridian of Stonehenge, the 45th latitude, together with this line, crosses the meridian Valbec plus 90 degrees. line segment Great Pyramid through Teotihuacan between meridians Baalbek plus 90 degrees, and Stonehenge at its points of intersection with the 45th latitude as is 36 degrees. See, 3, 6, and 9 is the key to the universe. 45, like I'm saying, dude, man, y'all is lost, dude. And this would not happen without the like I say, longitude and latitude. That came into play, man. Man, and to Teotihuacan from the meridian, Baalbek plus 90 degrees, 45 degrees remains. If you imagine a line antipose GP antipose Great Pyramid through the Teotihuacan through Great Pyramid as a straight line, then divided into segments, it would be as follows. So there you see, this is where they break down all of this right here. This is the golden proportion. Dude, this ain't about you see. Ooh wee, man. But flat earthers ain't got nothing but talking little weird ass pictures and stuff they want to pull up, and want to say that globe earthers ain't got no type of, but man, they got more logic behind that shit than y'all just being real, man. After that shit that I just showed, man, I'm being real, and y'all jumped on that shit. I don't want to hear that how a globe earther got more logic than you can't rep no what. Guess what? You can't make no Mexico go no other direction either. You can't put no landmass in where it ain't it. You can't reflect something in the mirror and see a younger version of itself either. Lands that ain't there. Look in the reflection and see a third eye on your forehead when you know that you only got 2 eyes on your face. Where the fuck that third eye come from? Where Lemuria come from on that map? Fake ass shit, man. Stuff that ain't real. Where the distance between the Teotihuacan and Great Pyramid series is divided into 1/8, 1/10, and 1/12. Okay? That's dealing with 9, 11, and 13 of the entire circumference, and I just did that by adding those numbers together, by the way, of the entire circumference of the globe. If you remember that the meridians of Teotihuacan and Baalbek, with their perpendicular lines, divides equator at sector 45 degrees. See how many times they didn't say 45. They ain't saying this for nothing, bro. This is for a reason. Why y'all sitting up here not getting it, there's other people who see it. They don't see what I know because I'm the only person who knows and has created what I know. But I'm showing y'all that the significance of 45 degrees shall not ever stop, and y'all the ones sleep. It ain't just coming up for no reason. If you remember what the meridians of Teotihuacan and Baalbek with their perpendicular lines divides equator at sector 45 degrees, we see that here is found the same 45-degree relationship, as well as binding in the Great Pyramid and Stonehenge to the geodesic parameters land, i.e. the 45th latitude. That's such an amazing way, with golden ratio revealed a striking correlation between the most important buildings of antiquity. It turned out that at first glance, unrelated objects are absolutely clear regularities in its location, which cannot be random. Exactly, that can't be random. This math is too on point. Like I said, bro, you talking about a 99 point whatever they said percent accuracy with the golden ratio here. This ain't by no chance, and it's happening. See, what do you do with an experiment? You do something more than one time, okay, right? You do something more than one time when you do an experiment to show that something is not a theory and you show that it's a fact, right? Well, this right here is consistent. This ain't just no one-time thing. It's not just one mathematical essence. The whole thing is a big old picture that comes together, and just like you have fractals, this whole thing comes together just like a fractal. It's all breaking down. It's, one is a golden ratio, or the other, you got that all there like a fractal, bro. Boy. The study confirms the existence of a system in the location of the most monumental works of antiquity and indicates the presence of a single concept on which they were built on different continents. How much really can it get than that? How much, and it ain't even hard to comprehend. Like I say, you must not have did too good in math class if you can't see the significance behind that. And you cannot replicate this on the flat earth. Flat earthers ain't mapped out none of this. Flat earthers, most of them, especially your top dog, don't even know about the Nazca lines. Furthermore, don't respect it, ain't got respect for it. He'll just look at how quick they jumped on that documentary. When I brought my discovery, people ain't jump on it like that. When my shit really didn't revolutionize, it's because, hey, my stuff goes against the grain. 99.37, 99.93 accuracy. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with y'all ass, man. This is real talk. That's real talk, boy. The globe is scientifically impossible. Hey, the mathematics is on point. And like I'm showing you, the flat earth, why y'all can't make no correct map? You saying it's impossible, but why does this math work out like that? You can say that it's impossible, but why is this, it's, can anybody explain that? How can you make that up? You can't. Shit's crazy, man. That's all that I had to show, and I'm glad that I went ahead and did this presentation. Like I said, this is my last time coming over here and showing this, or showing up over here on this side, explaining anything in depth, because people just don't get it. People act rudimentary, straight up, especially with stuff like that. The globe is scientifically impossible. Mm-mm-mm. This right here, don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. And that's the wrong one. This right here, where we're supposed to be at, supposedly, we're supposed to be right here. Mexico going this way, that's what's scientifically impossible. That's what's mathematically impossible. This map right here is mathematically impossible. Okay. 45-degree navigation, as far as getting around and explaining the curve, the curving aspect of east to west on the flat earth map, that's scientifically impossible. Okay. So something just ain't right, period, point blank. It just ain't right. It's just, and it's funny, man. It's hilarious. It really, really is. People must be off their rocker. Like I was pointing out as well, if everything is based on a square, these are curved right here. If you zoom in on a flat earth, on a flat map, on any map that you use for navigation, at the end of the day, that's based on a square. If you cut this up, it don't matter how many times you cut it up, this base down here is always going to be curved. It's always going to have a form of curvature to it. So these are no squares. You can't create squares on a flat earth. You can't do it. You can only create curved squares as far as these lines. It's just crazy. But that's all I had to show. Glad I'm getting on up out of here. Y'all have a great day and peace out.